Hi friends, today I'm doing the next video in my series 30 things you need to know before I turn 30. Woo! So today is 3 things you need to know about periods. And these are all things that when I was 20 I wish I knew this. You know, it would have changed the way I dealt with my period and it would have changed how my periods affected me and it would have been great. So that's why I want to share it. So number 1 is what is and isn't normal for a period. Very important to know. Um, if your period is so heavy that you're soaking through like a super thickness pad or a super tampon in like an hour or half an hour, that's way too heavy. And you need to go talk to your GP about it. If you're having like severe cramping pains so that you literally can't get off the couch because it hurts to walk, that's too much pain. And you don't need to put up with that. You don't need to just go, oh, that time of the month sucks, and just suck it up. You don't need to. There are so many things that can help your period. And so that's what's not normal for a period. And also things like if you're experiencing like dizziness or just constant migraines throughout your period, also that's not okay. You don't need to put up with that. So it may be like for me when I went to the GP and got it all investigated, you know, they did blood test and ultrasounds, two different types of ultrasounds, and confirmed that I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, which basically just means that instead of just ovulating normally, my ovaries were creating lots of little cysts, trying to ovulate multiple times per month, but obviously that's not what your body is designed to do. It's not designed to ovulate that many times. So it was just like creating cysts and not actually ovulating at all. I don't know if that explanation makes sense. That's how I've come to understand it over the past few years. But yeah, and so that was giving me an incredible amount of pain 24/7 every day, not even just when I was on my period. So that's not normal. Some of my friends have endometriosis, and that's a different condition, but all of these things are treatable and you don't have to put up with them. So, yeah, things like that. You might just have a simple hormonal imbalance that can be treated really simply, and that would be nice too. Okay, so what can you do about your period if you're not comfortable with, you know, maybe it's not regular or it's too painful? There are lots of things that you can do to help your reproductive system to work as it's supposed to do and to regulate your hormones. So, I am not a doctor. Don't take this as medical advice. Do not rely on this video when making health decisions. Go see your GP. Go see your gynecologist if you have one and ask them questions about what I'm saying. So, yeah, don't rely on this. But yeah, there are things like, so you can go on the pill, and that is what most GPs will suggest to you initially. But the pill does have side effects, things like bloating, weight gain, hormonal headaches, yeah, things like that. I can't remember the rest, but you can look them up. It does have side effects, and it also, if you rely on it long term, it can cause some nutritional deficiencies. So you want to look out for things like zinc, magnesium, and your B vitamins. And so that's the point. There is other options. I myself went to a naturopath, which I've done a previous video about. You can find on my channel, and got onto palmetto, and I don't remember the names of the other herbs I tried, but yeah, there are also things like Vitex, which is a different herbal remedy, and all of these are natural ways to regulate your hormones, and they're not crazy. They are things that have been used for hundreds of years in like Chinese herbal medicine and other countries, and they're just not that common here in the West because we don't know about them. So that's why I'm making this video, so that people know about them. Okay, so those are things you can do about your period. Point 3, you have product options. You don't just have to put on a pad or put in a tampon and say, well, that's it. You know, if you don't like those things or you want to do something more sustainable, there are lots of wonderful options now. Menstrual cups. This is my new menstrual cup, Juju Model 2, I think it is, and it is for low cervixes. So you can have like a high cervix or you can have a low cervix. And I used to have a high cervix, so I had a long cup, which you've seen in my other videos. And now after giving birth, things move around, that's normal. And now, so I have that shorter cup, so that's good. There are also things like reusable tampon options, like there are actually reusable tampons, cloth tampons, but there's also sea sponges. Totally natural, no risk of toxic shock syndrome because you're not sticking any chemicals in your body. It's fantastic. And it's literally an organism from the sea. It's nature's sponge. Like, you couldn't get more natural than that. So and they're all fully cleaned, but without adding chemicals that you're going to stick in your body and regret it. So fascinating. I didn't know about sea sponges till this year. Other things, reusable pads, cloth or bamboo. Bamboo I would actually recommend more. It's more breathable. It's also more sustainable. Creating cotton takes like 20,000 litres of water per, I think it's per metre. Don't quote me on that, but crazy amounts of water to produce cotton, whereas bamboo, it's not thirsty. It's not a thirsty plant. What other product options? Have I mentioned the main ones? Oh, and reusable period underwear, which I've done again. I've done a video about that, which I wonder if I can link it up here somewhere. I will try that. Yeah, so those are 3 things you need to know about periods, and I hope that was helpful. I hope it's, you know, if it's not stuff you knew before, I hope it helps. Good stuff. Subscribe to my channel if you want to hear the rest of this series, 30 things before I turn 30. Yeah, thanks. Talk to you guys later. Bye.